Welcome back to Paul & Cook's. I'm Nick Miles, and we are in our kitchen with Mark Odie from Jack's Restaurant. And Mark, we already made the carbonara, the pasta carbonara, which is delightful, and I can't wait until that's served up at the end of the show. And this time around, we are going to make some smoked Gouda fondue. So what are the recipe, what are the ingredients that go into this?
Well, first of all, we have some smoked Masdom Gouda fondue. We have heavy cream, white wine, whole butter, pureed yellow onion, regular all-purpose flour, and minced garlic, and a little bit of smoked paprika.
All right, so how are we starting this dish?
Well, how you start it out with is we're going to add our whole butter. And we want to get that over a medium heat, get it melted, and then we'll bring it up just a little bit in temperature. The first thing you want to do is add the onions, because if you add the garlic straight off the bat, it'll burn. It has a higher chance of burning than the onions do.
Of course, this is the perfect dish for us here at Paul & Cook's, because we like anything that sizzles.
We're going to add the garlic now that we've added our onions in here, and we're going to let this stuff cook down a little bit. And you don't want to cook this with any color.
Okay.
You want it to...
It's really just heating it and combining it. A little bit of basic chemistry 101.
Yep. We're getting the onions cooked down to where they're a little translucent.
Well, while those onions and garlic and butter is cooking off for our smoked Gouda fondue, let's take a look at this week's cooking gadget in your kitchen. We're at Kitchen Caboodle with Justin, and Justin is everybody's best friend because he knows how to operate this fabulous coffee maker. Tell us about it, Justin.
Well, I'm going to spill my secret and let you guys be everybody's best friend, because with the new ENA 4 from Jura, which is a Swiss company, this is the latest and greatest from their automatic coffee center line, you will be everybody's best friend because it's as easy to make perfect coffee with the press of one button.
So what's it doing?
Right now, we're moving beans from the hopper to the adjustable conical grinder. That's being pushed into the coffee center where it will be tamped, and now hot water is being pumped in through the grounds and into our cups.
And that smells absolutely fantastic. This doesn't only make great espresso, but it also does milk.
In fact, it does everything you need it to do. Because of the dual frother plus, you're able to handle any of your dairy tasks, so cappuccinos, lattes, hot chocolate, no problem at all. But where I think it really shines is in this espresso. Perfectly brewed with a crema top.
That looks, you couldn't look more perfect than that, could you? Now, while you guys are getting on with fabulous more recipes and making delicious dishes, we're going to be getting on with our morning coffee. So that's this week's cooking gadget, and of course you can find it on our website at paulandcookstv.com, along with today's recipe. We're with Mark Odie from Jack's Restaurant. And Mark, we have garlic, we have onions, and we also have some butter in the pan here, and we're adding flour?
Yep, we're making a roux. We're going to add about a quarter cup to start with, and you're going to take a look at the consistency of it after we add the flour, and that's going to kind of gauge if we add any more or not. Now we're going to deglaze with our white wine here at this point, and that's going to lift all that stuff up off the bottom.
And of course a nice sizzle.
Yep, and we're going to switch from our trusty wooden spoon to a whisk at this point.
Now this is really just the formation of the sauce, right?
Yep. This is just gonna get some of the flavor base going for our.
Everything that was on the bottom of the pan is now being lifted off.
Yep. This will all be nice and married with the cream and the cheese here shortly.
All right, so in goes the cream. It's bubbling away.
Yep. You wanna stir as you add the cream, so you don't have any formation of any kind of lumps or anything like that. This is a smoked paprika.
Okay.
You could use regular paprika if you wanted to. This is just mainly for a little bit of extra smoke flavor and a little bit of color from the finished product.
Now with the smoked paprika, it's really just the seeds of smoke before they're ground?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's very different from regular unsmoked paprika, but it's a little bit harder to find.
It's going to add a very nice pink color, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and the finish on it on your palate is very, very distinctive.
Okay. So we just diced some rye bread, we squared it off, and we put it in the oven.
Yep. Yeah, we used a marble rye that we get at the restaurant, and I think the rye bread just adds a really harmonious.
Flavor,
yeah, it's very harmonious with the smoked Gouda. So you want to add the cheese in a little bit at a time, and this is why you want to shred it, so for ease of incorporation.
Now the color's actually riching up. We're getting somewhere between that white cream view and the very yellow color of the cheese, and it's sort of somewhere in between, with that touch of pink which came from that smoke.
That's right. That's right. And we can at the point now where we can just add the rest of this stuff.
All right, so now the sauce is all mixed up. We're going to actually ladle it into the bowl ready for serving. Looks nice, and oh, I almost just... it smells good as well too. Rich and creamy smoked Gouda fondue. And now we have that all served up. I have to wait until the end of the show to try it because we still have those smoked salmon enchiladas to make, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
Those smoked salmon enchiladas and a whole lot more when Portland Cooks returns.